door so you would know that times like these are here to show. You can do things for me and more. I got your back, just take things slow. Times like these are here to show. You can do things for me and more. I got your back, just take things slow. Wanna take mine and get close. Understand, I know how things flow. Please just take my word and think you know. We stay up all night. Help me see, I'm blinded by your love. You follow me, but I don't know where to go. I see my feelings so true, but am I blinded by you? By you.
at the world from another level, you know what I mean? Still.
Multiple gunshots lit a block, the fun stops. Niggas was calling cops, people shot, nobody stopped. I wonder when the world stopped. Cameron last night, 2 kids shot while the whole block staring. I will never understand this society. If they try to murder me, then they lie to me. Veronica for John Breed, all my homies try to weed. Now the little baby's crazy, raised on fantasy. Tell me when my enemies flee when they see me. Believe me, even thugs gotta learn to take it easy. Listen, through the intermission, search your heart for a plan. We turn the bad boys to grown men. It's on again. Give a holler to my niggas in the darkest corners. Roll a perfect blunt and let me spark it for you. One love from a thug nigga, rolling with a posse full of paranoid drug dealers. To the end, my friend, I'm seeing nothing but my dreams coming true while I'm staring at the world through my rear view. See, I'm seeing nothing but my dreams coming true while I'm staring at the world through my rear view. They got me staring at the world through my rear view. Go and baby, scream to God, he can't hear you. I can feel your heart beating fast, guess it's time to die. Getting high, watching time fly. It's all my motherfuckers, I'm staring at the world through my rear view. Go and baby, scream to God, he can't hear you. I can feel your heart beating fast, guess it's time to die. We getting high, watching time fly. All my motherfuckers. Sales, caught a nigga, so they send me to these overpacked jails in the cell, counting days in this living black hell. Do you feel me? Keys to ignition, use at your discretion. Roll with a 12-gauge pump for protection. Niggas hate me in this section from years of G-checking. Turn the Smith and Wesson war weapons. Heavenly Father, I'm a soldier. I'm getting hotter cause the world's getting colder. Baby, let me hold ya. Talk to my guns like they fly bitches. All you busters supposed to run. Look at my bitches, now I know the answer to the question. Do dreams come true? Still staring at the world through my rear view. I said now I know the answers. Do dreams come true? Staring at the world through my rear view. They got me staring at the world through my rear view. Go and baby, scream to God, he can hear you. I can feel your heart beating fast, guess it's time to die. Getting high, watching time fly. And all my motherfuckers staring at the world through my rear view. Go and baby, scream to God, he can hear you. I can feel your heart beating fast, guess it's time to die. Getting high, watching time fly. Nigga could die.
Back in the days, we hustled for sneakers and beepers, 9-6 for glocks, cause fools hitting up blocks with street sweepers. Bless myself when no one moves to these streets. Something I learned in school. On some million man march shit for the peace. True that, only one life to lead, a fast life of greed. Criminally addicted, infested since the seed. We all die, breathe, lead like humans. Towns run by young guns, outlaws and truants. Shit's deep, turn 18, roll my wheel when I go. Burn my body with my shotty, all choosing my dough. So while you reminiscing all nights out with the crew, smoke a blunt for me too, I staring through your rear view.
You ain't knowing what we mean by staring through the rear view. So since you ain't knowing what we mean, let me bring a better understanding. The world's behind us. Once I get an understanding on the game and what the levels and the rules of the game is, then the world ain't no trick no more. The world is a game to be played. So now we looking at world from like behind us. Niggas know what we gotta do. We just gotta put our mind to it and do it. It's all about the papers. Money rule the world. Bitches make the world go round. Real niggas do what they wanna do. Bitch niggas do what they want. We'll be staring at the world through my rear view.
morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. good morning. Clap your hands, clap, clap, clap. Stomp your feet, stomp, stomp, stomp. Spin around, spin, spin, spin. Alright. Good morning, good morning, good morning. 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 Wash your hands, wash, wash, wash. Shake your hands, shake, shake, shake. Brush your teeth, brush, brush, brush. Alright. Good morning.
Uncle Lou, I'm going to bring you in.
I'm not talking to him. I really don't want to talk to him.
Yeah, good morning and that though. But it's Uncle Lou here though. That's right, it's me, Uncle Lou, live for you on LouTube this morning. Hey, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it and got some great news for you today. Sometimes the Uncle Lou shows are a complete waste of time. Sometimes they're entertaining. Sometimes they're informative. Today, they will be informative and educational. BVD doesn't know it yet. But he's gonna go ahead and be explaining to us today why it's taking so long. So all of our questions will be answered here shortly when BVD comes on. Don't worry about it. To the person that said, and the comment is gone now, or it's scrolled past now, but To the person that said we're going to get killed if we don't play JT Daniels, well, then we're just going to have to get killed. Stetson Bennett is your quarterback, sir. It's just what it is. I don't know what else to tell you at this point. We had a bye week before Kentucky, and we didn't see Stetson Bennett. We didn't see JT Daniels. Not sure what makes you think you'll see him now. Everybody okay today? Everybody all right? Most of y'all still here, or anybody moved to anger yet? Good morning. You're on with Uncle Lou.
Today.
What'd you say now?
I said, good morning, sir. How are you today?
Oh, I'm great. I'm excited about today. This is going to be good.
Yeah, I am too.
Because I don't know. So I can't answer all these people's questions. That's why we have.
Well, you got to ask the question first.
Why is it taking so long?
Yes, that one.
Yes.
So are you officially asking me now?
Well, I'll give it a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Not that
whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I know, because I know you're ready. So.
Oh, I'm always ready.
Right.
I could probably, I could stand to urinate, but I can hold it.
Right. Well, I hope you stand to urinate.
But on pump.
Yeah.
I set that one up and you knock it right on out.
Yeah. But for those that don't know, BVD Explains is an amazing segment we've done twice on this show, I think.
At least.
Where without any warning or anything at all, I just tell BVD that he has to explain something to us that's unexplainable.
That's what I'm here for.
So today BVD is going to explain to us why it's taking so long. We'll get to that in a second. Any news today? Well, there were some games yesterday that no one watched. But Colorado State did go ahead and beat Wyoming, and Nevada did go ahead and beat Utah State. So congratulations.
They had to
those of you that racked up on Bet Now on those two games. I stayed away from those two games. I did take Pigskin Pete's advice though, and I took the Packers -7 against San Francisco, and
Good
they
call,
won.
Pete.
And they won by 17. So it was no problem for me to go ahead and make a little bit of money on the NFL game yesterday, which is good. I made $25, which is good, because that's what I'll lose tomorrow morning with whichever viewer gets to pick a game to bet on, because they're 0 for 10. So I went ahead and made that $25 yesterday that I then can lose when the viewer tomorrow picks any game they want and gets it wrong. 0 for 10. What? There should be some kind of, as YouTubers, we make bets all the time. If we do this, we have to do this, or if we don't do this, we got to do that, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There should be some sort of group. If this entire season goes by, and every Saturday morning I pick a winner out of the comments section, and I let them bet on any game they want, and they go winless for the entire, and before you laugh and say how they're 0 for 10, so winless is getting to be a possibility. There should be some sort of, what I might do? Here's what I'm going to do.
Make a trophy or something.
If they go winless on my Saturday morning pick thing, whatever morning show, the first morning show after the season ends, I'm disabling comments. Which will punish me and you. Because I'm pretty sure you can't send a super chat if the comments are disabled.
Pretty sure it does at least make it hard.
So maybe that's not the best punishment. But the point is, there needs to be some sort of group punishment. If, as a comment section, you guys go winless on these Saturday morning picks, which would end up costing me $400 or $500, there has to be a punishment.
Wow.
So we need to think about what that punishment might be.
It would cost you $400 or $500.
Yeah, it cost me $25 every time they get one wrong.
Mm.
We're halfway through the season now, and they're 0 for 10. That's $250 gone.
Whose idea was this?
Mine.
Safe to say, not one of your better ideas.
The idea is good.
Well, yeah.
It's the execution.
The execution's bad.
Right. It's like, you know, you can have a great game plan if the guys can't run the plays. You know, what are you going to do?
Fire your defensive line coach.
In this situation, this is not the coach's fault. This is the player's fault.
And you still fire your defensive line coach. That's what I do. Quarterback throws 2 pick sixes, fire your D-line coach. Offense scores 24 points in the last 3 games. Fire your defensive line coach.
Maybe if they go winless on the Saturday morning picks, then after the season is over, I will go back. I'll find everybody who made a pick, and they all get hidden from the channel for a week.
I wonder if they'd like that.
No, they wouldn't like that.
They might. Depends on what week it is.
Actions need to have consequences.
And repercussions.
Right.
Which is worse?
Repercussions.
Repercussions, that'd be your department.
Yeah. What's your department? Consequences?
Consequences.
Okay. Good. Stetson Bennett, thank you for the super chat. He says, so are we allowed to talk politics this morning? Y'all can talk politics in there, but it's the same rules as the night show. If you want to say Trump sucks or Biden's feet stink or something like that, that's fine. You get in there with the pedophile talk or the Trump's a racist talk or the every Democrat on earth is like Indy Sean 45 and wants to troll underage chat rooms or every Trump supporter, whatever, all that, then no. I mean, the problem is if people were able to abide by those rules, then you would always be able to talk politics. That's the problem. People aren't able to abide by those rules, but you guys are welcome to try.
Rules are meant to be broken.
Well, not here. They're not.
Oh, okay. Get punished.
Right. Back to that whole consequences, repercussions deal.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I can't wait.
For what?
I don't know.
Oh.
I just can't wait.
Well, you're going to have to.
Yeah, it's the hardest part. What Tom Petty said, anyway.
Yeah, and I think too, isn't the first cut the deepest?
It is.
We should try to do that one day. See how long of a conversation we can have using nothing but song lyrics. But it has
no
to
time like the present.
But it has. The conversation has to at least make some sort of sense, you know.
Right.
That would be funny.
Well,
y'all
there
should
be
do that on
consequences and repercussions if we don't get very far.
Y'all should do that on the Amped Up show because all y'all know a bunch about music. Y'all should, and there's like 6 or 14 of y'all in there. Y'all should do that. See how long y'all can have a conversation that makes sense where people do say nothing but song lyrics.
I'm actually working on something right now for the morning show. I hope to finalize it this weekend. It's going to be, again, audience participation.
Right.
And there's, well, depending on how I finish up this brainstorm of mine, there's no way, not that either one of us would, but there's no way for either you or I to cheat or the audience to cheat. It will consist again of questions and answers, what I'm working on, this thought. And it will also depend on someone willing to come on the morning show.
Oof.
Which lately has been somewhat of a problem. So if you would like to come on the morning show, preferably if you have never been on here before, hit me up, Lou and BVD, gmail.com. And you might just get to humiliate one of us, or both of us, actually.
That sounds fun already.
Does, I know, right?
I love getting humiliated.
And I don't think you get humiliated enough, Lou. I think that should be something that we should do more on here.
Yeah.
That's, just a thought of mine.
We'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
See what we can do about that.
We have the power.
I've got the power.
It can be done. You have the power to push all the buttons, that's for sure.
I've got the power.
I'm thinking. Can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Because there's a whole lot of Rosie coming down the line. Yeah, that'll be fun. It's on at my house, Scott. I don't know about. I can only assume it is at Lou's.
Power's on here.
Yeah. What you gonna do with it?
As evidenced by the fact that I'm currently live streaming.
Well, you could have a big battery. Could have it hooked up to a big battery.
Yeah, could, but don't.
Generac or something.
Could, but
don't. Are you sure that
No.
Oklahoma plays West Virginia the weekend you're going to be in Huntington?
Unless I looked at the schedule wrong, or unless I somehow looked at an old schedule. Hold on.
Yeah, you might want to reinvestigate that. I think Oklahoma plays West Virginia this weekend.
No, Oklahoma plays Kansas this weekend. Yes, they play at West Virginia when I'll be there.
Okay.
November 28th. Oklahoma plays Kansas this weekend, Oklahoma State next weekend, and then West Virginia the weekend that I'm there.
Who was that yesterday that I was talking to? Yet. I can't remember.
Sounds like some potato that might not have known what they were talking about.
Yeah, there was 2 or 3 taters, but they weren't taters.
Right. They were potatoes.
Yeah.
Brian Biak says, PSA, please remember to lock your car doors.
That's Brian, that's going to be a bit of a problem for me. Every time I lock mine, the damn alarm goes off. So you just, when you have that problem, you just go ahead and leave it unlocked.
Right.
Trust your fellow man.
Ballard is streaming the 11 p.m. game tomorrow. New Mexico and Hawaii.
Well, the question for me would be, why?
Yeah, that makes no sense at all, especially considering. I mean, this isn't a great game, but why not Washington State at Oregon State instead?
Yeah.
I mean, at least that's 2 Power 5 teams. New Mexico at Hawaii.
Your buddy Mike Moss is currently doing a sleep stream.
Those guys are so mad.
The Trumpsters.
Mosh, A-Bomb, what's his name? Chief Urag, Bronc Nuts. They're so mad.
Well, I guess they might as well get over it.
No, that's not going to happen.
If they're confident as me, they should be happy because I still think he's going to win. I'm still up there on denial.
Yeah, you're big time denial.
I'm holding on. Gotta have faith. What?
Gotta have faith.
Yeah.
Everything is a song lyric. I don't even think you meant to do that, did you?
Well, when I said I'm holding on, I didn't, but then I said gotta have faith.
Okay.
And then as soon as I said that, I was thinking literally everything is a song title.
Yeah.
You can Google just about anything, and it'll come up as a song title somewhere.
Yeah.
In fact, after I explain why it's taking so long, I'll give you an illustration of what I just said, basically.
Yeah. Brian Biak, thank you, sir. He says, making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass, and I'm homebound.
That's a chick song.
Well, we have a few females that grace us with their presence around here.
Mm-hmm. See who we got. Melissa May. The females have been noticeably absent lately, though.
It's probably something I did.
Well, obviously. I was, speaking not just here, but,
I mean,
everywhere
anytime
in the
somebody
community.
anytime someone disappears from here, chances are it's something I did.
Well, that would make sense. Your dog's okay?
My dogs?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they be?
I didn't say they wouldn't be. I was just asking if they are. Trying to show a little compassion and caring and concern.
Oh. Yeah, they're fine as far as I know.
Checking up on your dogs.
I got to go check on some more over the next few days, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Papa Lou's out of town. He left this morning, and he's got 2 beagles that he left at home. So I got to go over there this evening and play with them for a while and feed them and all that. And then again in the morning, but then I got to get somebody else has got to go tomorrow afternoon because I got to watch the football games. It's on account of it's my job. That's why.
Well, yeah.
I'm not just choosing to watch football over taking care of my dad's dogs, but you understand. You can't just leave work. So my brother's.
I mean, you
it
can.
night. Yeah, and then I'll go back
just
Sunday
leave
morning.
work anytime you want to.
Yeah, but I take work seriously. I'm a
Yeah,
serious
could
individual.
get fired.
Yeah, I'm a pretty serious individual.
Can you get fired though if you own the business?
Well, when you own your own business, the people can fire you at any time by not watching.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, that's not, which wouldn't be good. Wouldn't be
'Cause
good at
you're
all.
far too important and extremely busy.
I am busy and important. There's no doubt about that. Also, no doubt about the fact that I will only be doing one game stream tomorrow, and it has to be the primetime games. I've got various and sundry things to attend to that will prevent me from streaming during the noon or 3:30 slot. So I just put a post up on the Patreon page this morning for those of you that might have been wondering. And I'm going to stream the primetime games, which there's some good ones. I'm still going to upload videos during the day on the regular channel, but I won't be able to stream noon or 3:30. So I'm going to do the primetime games for the Patreon page. We got Texas A&M at South Carolina. I'm not trying to convince anybody.
You're doing sundry things on Saturday.
Yeah, and various too. Texas A&M at South Carolina, Baylor at Iowa State, Clemson at Notre Dame, Rutgers at Ohio State, Stanford at Oregon. That'll be a good one.
I'll be doing that one.
Tennessee at Arkansas.
I'll be doing that one too.
Man.
I'll be double dipping tomorrow night.
I have a bad feeling about that game, and I've been saying I want Tennessee to win that game. Their fans don't deserve to lose that game because there's nothing. If you lose to Kentucky this year, which you did, got blown out. If you now lose to Arkansas,
thanks for that.
Tennessee fans can't even enjoy the offseason next year.
Yeah, you might want to.
I mean, how is Tennessee fan going to sit around and brag all offseason long about how 2021 is the year if they're toting losses to Kentucky and Arkansas? And the thing about Arkansas, if Sam Pittman has gotten the worst team in the SEC, Arkansas, past Jeremy Pruitt at Tennessee in year 3, and Sam Pittman's got him in year 1, that's bad.
Yeah, those may or may not be a couple of the things I talked about in my video. What's titled Arkansas has become a must-win game for Tennessee.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Didn't see that one coming.
That'd be
It's
bad.
gone from upward.
BVD hung up on us again. This is becoming a regular. This is becoming a regular pattern here. Denton Staggs, thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, Lou, did you see it's supposed to rain in Jacksonville Saturday? Could favor Georgia heavily. # Go Gators. I did not see that, and I also agree with you. That would. I don't know if rain necessarily ever favors anybody, but clearly rain hurts a throwing team more than it hurts a running team. And yeah, I didn't hear it. I'm going to have to look into that. Good morning. You're on with Uncle Lou.
Yes, it's starting to become a habit that's going to irritate me.
Yeah. Must be that new phone D4 sent you or whoever it was. Jesse J. or
Jesse J.
Yeah.
Might give it back to him next weekend. It's a thought that counts.
It is the thought that counts. What about Uncle Lou coming to Knoxville, though?
It's going to be great.
I can't remember if there's anybody up that way who is fighting me on site, if they ever see me or not. But if there is, I'll be in Knoxville next Saturday at the Tennessee Tap House from noon till about 7 in the evening.
Yeah.
So that's where you can come whip my ass. That's where I'll be.
It's not hard to find.
It's going to be fun.
I concur. Well, there will be amounts of fun.
Right.
But the amounts of fun will depend exactly proportionate to how much or if my team and your team wins. I like your team's chances a lot better than mine on that day. And I don't even remember who you play.
D4 says if anybody tries to whip your ass, just tell them to ask for D4. Biscuit says he was planning on swinging through Augusta next weekend and whipping my ass on his way to Charleston. I got lucky. I'm going out of town. He's just kidding, of course, but
What's on the lovely lady's agenda that Saturday? Celebration, maybe?
who, Mrs. Lou?
Well, no, you're never around anyway on Saturday, so I guess you don't really care.
Yeah.
You could just, hell, you could just tell her you're going to Kalamazoo, and she wouldn't know the difference. You ever been to Kalamazoo?
No.
Me neither.
Where is that, in Michigan?
Yeah. D4 and I are looking for a good playoff game to go watch tonight. If it were up to you, would you go to Anderson County, or would you go to South Green, or would you go to Elizabethton?
Elizabethton.
Damn, I knew you were going to say that. It's a good thing it ain't up to you.
Yeah. Oh, there's actually somebody in here from Kalamazoo.
No way.
Yeah, Trevor Lloyd says, I'm from Kalamazoo. Yes, it's where Western Michigan is.
Jesus.
You know where I'm from?
I want to say yes, but I'm afraid I don't.
I'm from a land down under.
Oh, okay. Shit. Can't understand half of the damn words in that song.
The only place in Michigan I've ever been is Manatee.
Manatee.
Yep.
Manatee should be good right now.
If it has some lemon in it.
No. You don't put lemon in your tea, do you, Lou?
Yes.
God. What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Damn. Well, we got everybody in the comments doing this song thing.
When I went to Manatee, Michigan, I couldn't understand anything they were saying up there. And I don't think they could understand me either.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Guy asked me if I speak his language.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, then he just smiled and handed me a Vegemite sandwich.
Damn. Well,
You know what I mean?
yeah, I do actually know what you mean. I was going to ask, but I think I'll pass now. When you were up there, did you go to Detroit Rock City?
No.
No. Should have.
I did not.
Did you see Ted Nugent when you were up there?
I don't hang out with pedophiles.
Well, I didn't ask if you hung out with pedophiles. I
Yeah.
just asked if you saw Ted Nugent.
Yeah, I don't hang out with pedophiles.
Okay.
Didn't see ND Sean 45 either.
Oh, boy. Well, he don't live in Michigan, so.
Oh, okay.
hate to see this rift between you two carrying on so long.
I used to love her, but I had to kill her. You
Oh,
know?
I thought you had to leave her.
No. Back to the song lyrics again, you know.
Yeah.
I used to love her, but I had to kill her, talking about Indy Sean.
What's the best part?
Of waking up,
Yeah,
the Folgers in your cup.
that's exactly right.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you're one man show for a few minutes.
Oh boy. Well, the way it's been going here on the morning show the last couple of days, one man show's not that hard to do because I could just sit here and say nothing, or I could read the comments. You guys know Betty Lou? Anybody in the comments? How about G Pick? Do you know Betty Lou? Betty Lou. Not Betty Who, Betty Lou. You probably don't know what she's doing then, if you don't know her. No, not Black Betty. Betty Lou. She's getting down tonight. Because the freaks come out at night. I thought it was I used to love her, but I had to leave her. No, Betty Lou. I don't have a front or a back piece G-Pick, so I can't have a side piece. Current. Who's my favorite current Tennessee Vols player? Phew, boy, you're asking a lot. Current favorite. We don't have any. Probably the big toe. Henry To'o Ono. Yeah, he'd be my favorite Tennessee player right now. He's a one-man wrecking machine.
What did I miss?
Not a damn thing.
Okay.
5 minutes of total silence.
Did I tell you about the time I was headed to Montgomery?
Was it midnight?
No. I had a guitar on my back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This stranger stopped beside me in one of them old Cadillacs.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Dude was...
Who'd he look like?
Well, he was dressed like 1950, you know.
Oh, okay.
Half drunk and hollow-eyed, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He said it was a long walk to Nashville. Would I like a ride?
What'd you say?
You know, I don't recall.
Must have been drunk.
No, that was the day my mom got out of prison.
Yeah.
I went.
Did she get run over by a train?
Well, I went to pick. Well, eventually, but first I went to pick her up
In the pickup truck.
in the rain.
Yeah, in the pickup truck.
Before I could get there, though, before I could get to the station in my pickup truck,
Mm-hmm. What kind of train?
she got a damned old one.
A damned old one. Yeah.
Yeah, got ran over.
Yeah.
It was a sad situation.
You know what? It's funny. Damn. Funny that you're talking about her getting run over like that by a train. My grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Where was she coming from?
We'll let you figure that out.
Wasn't she coming home from your house
She coming
Christmas
home
Eve?
from my house Christmas Eve, yeah.
Yeah, that's why. I remember you had told me that story before. That's the only reason I knew that.
Yeah. Well, I only tell my good friends that story. It's a sad story.
I appreciate that.
The sad stories, that keep us together.
Hey, to all the Clemson fans in here, don't worry about Judah. He won't be here next week. Trust me. I've been through this with him twice in the last 3 years. I promise you he won't be here next week.
You know the earth is flat, Lou?
I know somebody that does know that.
Mm-hmm.
No, you won't be here, Judah. I know you won't, Judah. Just come on. Now, if Notre Dame wins, yes, you'll be here next week. But if Clemson wins, you won't. I've seen this song and dance from you twice personally with Georgia. You won't be here next week.
I don't need to fight to prove I'm right. Don't need to be forgiven either.
Marcus Aurelius sighting in the comment section. Good morning, sir.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. People were worried about you, sir. I texted him after everybody was all worried about him, and just to make sure he was alive.
Yeah, Marcus, people been worried about you there. I wonder if Marcus would like to come on the show.
Boy, look at Marcus. He's here. This is you, Marcus. Actually, Marcus appears to be stuck between denial and anger right now. He's stuck between phase 1 and phase 2.
Gonna be a while before he gets to bargaining.
Let's go ahead and do this now, since Marcus has decided to bless us with his presence today. But of course, there's a lot of questions about the election. BVD is going to explain it all to us now, centering around the fact, of course, of why is it taking so long. So without any further ado, BVD, the stage is yours.
Well, why is this taking so long? It's one of my favorite hiring manager questions. And the best answer is just to not have asked it in the first place. Now, sadly, it makes the recruiter have to justify their existence with the flurry of undocumented and ill-prepared remarks on past activity while feeling awkward and flat-footed. All in all, it's just not a fun time, Lou. I believe we can avoid this awkward question in almost all cases. But before we discuss how that is done, let's look at 4 sample answers to the question. These answers are not good ones and should be avoided. It's just taken so long because it took you 4 weeks to finalize the position profile.
Now,
not a great answer.
Let me stop you there for a second.
Okay.
Now, it does sound like you're reading something off of Google.
Could be.
Now, I would.
Let me ask you something.
I would prefer you actually explained to us why it's taking so long.
Why is it taking so long for you to ask me if I Googled that or not?
Well, I didn't ask. I didn't ask you if you Googled it. I actually made a statement that it appears to me as though you're reading that off of Google. That's not a question.
Oh, okay. I don't fight to prove I'm right. I don't need to be forgiven.
All right.
So you want me to explain why it's taking so long to wrap this presidential election up?
Yes.
Well, it can be answered with one word. Cheating. There's cheating involved, Lou. That's it.
All right. And that was another amazing segment of BVD Explains. Thank you, sir.
You ask, I answer.
Yeah, that was great. Now I remember why we haven't done this in so long.
What's been your favorite Ask BVD or BVD Explains?
Coronavirus.
Yeah, that was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah. You
That was some fast Googling that day.
Yeah, you didn't put any effort or anything into this one. This one was a complete fail.
Yeah. Well, actually, I did put effort into it. Because I kind of figured when I saw the title, like, all right, here we go. He's gonna hit me with some politics shit, because he knows I don't know shit about it. Of course, you could do that with just about
But
anything.
that's the
There's
whole point of
any
BVD
number of
Explains.
things.
Though.
Yeah,
That was the whole point of it from the beginning.
So it kind of threw you off when I gave you the correct answer and said cheating.
Well, no.
You weren't expecting me to give you the correct answer, because I am still in denial. I'm actually stuck right dab in the damn middle of don't give a shit and couldn't care less, or could care less.
No, I know that in reality. I just thought
Yeah.
it would be fun to do the BVD Explains segment, but I was wrong.
Oh man, I couldn't seriously. Even in my best attempt to be funny, I couldn't explain it. That's one I couldn't explain, even if I didn't have to. How about you explain why it's taken so long?
No, the whole point of it is that you can't explain it. I mean, that's what made the coronavirus thing so good.
Yeah, but I explained that one.
Well, that was like 2 weeks after anybody had ever even heard the word coronavirus. No one knew what it was. And that's what made it so great. But for whatever reason, you weren't in the mood to play that game today. So I'm just going to cross that one off the list.
Yeah, I was in the mood though. I struggled with it. Struggled with that one. See, joking aside, I really don't have a damn clue why this is taking so long.
Well, it always takes this long.
Other than the fact that,
It always takes this long.
somebody somewhere can't count.
It always takes this long. It's just not usually this close, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All the states are still counting votes. It just doesn't matter in the states where it's not close.
Usually it sets an ass whooping, they can go ahead and declare a winner.
Yeah.
Well, this could end up being premature ejaculation.
No.
I still think Trump's winning.
No. There's no way Trump will win. It's a statistical impossibility at this point. The only point to even keep paying attention at this point is just to continue to watch the Trump meltdown that occurs over the next 2 months.
Yeah. I don't know why he's so upset about it.
Yeah, Marcus, think about all the dumb shit Biden said and then realize that Trump lost to that. That's bad. That's sad. Ain't it?
Flashback 4 years ago. Did you think Trump was winning?
No, I didn't think
mean,
Trump
did-
was going to win at 16, no.
I don't literally know anyone that thought he would win.
No, nobody.
And it's kind of the same this time. This way. The only person
I thought he was going to win this time.
well, I mean, as far as Biden goes, the only person I've heard in the last year say that they thought Biden was going to win and believed it. Remember, do you know who that was?
I have no idea.
Your buddy on here, General. Remember
Oh,
the General?
yeah. I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah, used to poke fun at him because of that. Of course, he also said BYU was going to beat Tennessee.
Is there cheating going on in Arizona right now where they're continuing to count ballots and Trump is catching Joe Biden? Or is there only cheating going on in the states where Trump is winning and Biden is catching him?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. How do you lose a 400,000 vote lead? Easy. When you have half of your population that would eat a bowl of shit if Trump told them to, and then Trump spends 6 months telling people not to vote by mail, and they count in-person ballots first, that person is going to have a huge lead. Then when they start counting the mail-in ballots, guess what? The vast majority of those are going to be for the guy who did tell his people to vote through the mail.
Well, in this day and age of the technology, why do we even have mail-in votes?
As opposed to what?
As opposed to something they can come up with to eliminate mail-in votes. Everybody and their mother's got a cell phone. Even their grandmother.
So you want electronic voting, vote from home?
I don't want any of it. I'm just asking a question.
Well,
shouldn't we be able to eliminate mail-in voting? I'm asking a question.
Why mail-in voting as opposed to eliminating any of the other forms of voting that we have?
I have no idea.
Right.
I'm just asking a question.
Should you have to wait in line 9 hours to vote? Shouldn't we eliminate that?
Yeah, we probably should. A lot of things we should eliminate. Change.
Mail-in votes have, I don't understand. Trump votes by mail. Now, he didn't this year because he was all up in a tizzy about it. But in 2018, Trump voted by mail. No, I don't know. I didn't vote by mail.
What you should have done. I didn't either.
So should the military be allowed to vote, BVD?
Should the military be allowed to vote?
Yeah.
Is that a trick question?
No.
I'm about to pull a
Sergeant Pepper is stationed in Iraq. Should he be allowed to vote? Yes or no?
Yeah, why not?
And how should he vote?
With his telephone, maybe. Get the Vote Now app on your smartphone.
How does the military vote today?
Fuck, I don't know.
By mail. If you're from Kansas and you're stationed in Georgia, how do you vote?
By female?
By mail.
That's what I was this year, that guy. I was an absentee ballot. I was an absentee ballot 4 years ago, too. And 8 years ago.
And no doubt, Dalton. Alex, Trump spent 6 months telling his people not to vote by mail. Why are you surprised at the mail-in votes? There are counties in Pennsylvania where the in-person voting was 90% for Trump. The mail-in votings are 90% for Biden. I mean, I'm not surprised at all that the majority of mail-in votes are for Biden. I don't know how anybody could be surprised by that.
Now, Lizard, I don't need a degree from anywhere at this point.
So
But I
I'm
appreciate the
guessing
concern.
I'm guessing all these Trumpers in here want them to stop counting in Pennsylvania because all they're counting is mail-in votes. In Arizona, and Trump is catching up. Not mail-in votes, but votes that were dropped off. The votes were mailed to people, and then they brought them in. So I don't know. I guess we should stop counting in Arizona and North Carolina because Trump's winning there, or keep. But I mean, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand. Anywhere where Trump is winning, we should just stop counting votes. But in Arizona, we need to keep counting votes. I don't think North Carolina is going to go blue. I think Trump will win North Carolina. Biden's going to shut everything down. Well, everything already shut down, and Trump was the president. You know, it's like, oh, if Biden happens, if Biden wins, then this will happen. But all of that already happened under Trump. So I don't see what Biden winning has to do with it. It's not 109% of registered voters. You're falling for more fake internet memes. This crying is amazing.
Isn't that generally what happens when someone loses something that they have so desperately
Especially
bought
when,
into?
especially when they're a sycophant for the person that lost. Yeah, like there was people who were that way about Hillary.
This is,
GB2, you can't show me one time where Joe Biden said he's forcing a shutdown. You're either making that up or someone lied to you and you're just easily fooled. But I mean, he specifically said he's not ordering a shutdown.
that's.
Nor can he.
I've heard several people say that since the election day. Biden's going to shut everything down.
He's your president. Best just find a way to deal with it. No, he did not say that. Just the fact that you said he said that is not proof that he said that. No, he never said that. There hasn't been a single day, Alex, where there wasn't one vote for Trump. I don't know. Again, I don't know if that's something you're just making up or if you've been lied to and fell for it or what. But every single time the votes are updated in Pennsylvania, Trump's vote count goes up. Every single time. Every single time. Same thing in Georgia. Every time the vote count is updated, Trump's vote total goes up. Every time. I mean, you can literally go to these Secretary of State websites and look at it yourself. Every single time the vote is updated, Trump's vote total goes up. Every single time. Biden's just go up a lot more. Why? Because they counted in-person voting first, which was mostly Trump voters, and they're counting mail-in ballots last. I mean, it couldn't be any simpler to understand. Trump and trumpets got what he ducking deserved. Thank you for the super chat, Stetson Bennett. Slim Shady, thank you for the super chat. I told y'all to vote for me. We wouldn't be having these problems. That's true. I wrote you in 2 of the times that I went to vote.
I'd be the grand poobah of defense right now if you guys had voted for Slim Shady Combs.
Yeah.
Might even be the king of Zamunda.
I saw somebody on my Facebook page who's from Arkansas say Kanye West got 4,000 votes in Arkansas, and he was like, I've never been this ashamed of my home state in my life. 4,000 people in Arkansas voted for. I don't know if that's true, but one of my friends from Arkansas said that on Facebook.
Kevin Cook says Kanye got about 60,000.
That must be the total. He wasn't even on the ballot here. I want to know from all the QAnon people if the storm is still coming. And if so, when? It's been coming tomorrow for 4 years. And is Hillary still getting arrested tomorrow? That's the group of people that really look the dumbest right now. Is all these people who fell for the QAnon troll and believed it every single day for the last 4 years, that Hillary Clinton was literally one day away from getting arrested every single day for 4 years. And then here we are, no storm came. Tom Hanks hasn't been arrested for being a pedophile yet. I mean, they must just be. I think the reality has to be setting into the QAnon people, even if they're still in denial about the election. They have to at least be waking up to the realization that they fell hook, line, and sinker for one of the biggest and most successful troll attempts of all time with this QAnon thing. I almost feel sorry for those people because it was that QAnon became like a religion to those people. And now it has to be clear to them now that it was all just that they fell for it. They have to just feel silly as hell now.
Wonder if anybody voted for Pedro.
I sure hope so. Yeah, that's the other thing, Dalton. The Democrats, who is probably the most incompetent political party. The Democratic Party right now is probably the most incompetent political party I've ever seen. But they somehow put together a nationwide mail-in ballot scheme in the 2 or 3 states that were going to end up mattering in the end. They successfully pulled that off, stole the election away from Trump, but they somehow lost a bunch of seats in the House of Representatives and didn't win the Senate like they wanted to. Interesting.
The whole damn thing's interesting to me. Perhaps if I'd have paid a little more attention in whatever class it is I needed to have paid more attention in, probably understand a little more about it, or might even care more about it. But
I'm pretty sure if Hillary should be in jail, she'd be in jail. I mean, Trump's been president for 4 years. He's had 2 different attorney generals that he both promised you was going to arrest Hillary, and literally nothing happened.
now here's a question, honest question, because I don't understand a lot of this shit. You get 2 terms, right? Is the most the president can serve.
Yeah.
Correct?
Right.
So can Trump run again next time?
Yeah. I hope he does. Just for the entertainment value.
Do you think he will?
No. I don't think he will. I don't think he will. Presidents have been winning and losing elections for 250 years. Here. You never had anybody act like this now. But I don't think anybody is surprised. I mean, the guy's rage tweeting at 3 a.m.
Rage tweeting.
He had tweets at like 2:30 and 3 o'clock in the morning last night.
Care to cite some examples?
No, anybody can go to his Twitter page and look him up if they want to. The election is being stolen. If they only counted, stop the count, stop counting votes, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Guy's out of his mind. Pepper, you calling me a liberal hurts my feelings about as much as me calling you a conservative hurts yours.
How old is Biden?
He's got to be in his upper 70s.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll make it through his term.
Should we
70,
start?
He's 77.
Should we start the Lou and BVD campaign for 2024 now?
I would if I had time.
We got to do something about this time problem of yours.
Biscuit, that doesn't even make any sense at all. Mail-in ballots still coming in. Yep, and none of them have been counted. Pennsylvania's not counting the mail-in ballots that came in after Election Day until after they get done counting the mail-in ballots that came in before Election Day. And when they do count the mail-in ballots that came in after Election Day, they're keeping those separate in case it gets overturned. But you can't overturn it. You can pass a law making it illegal to do that in the future, but if someone mailed a ballot in the day before the election because the law said they could, you can't go back now and tell that person their vote doesn't count. All you can do is change the rules going forward. Pennsylvania passed a law saying as long as your ballot was postmarked by Election Day, they would count it. You can't go back now and undo that. You can just change it for the future. They're counting mail-in ballots in Arizona. Do you want them to stop right now so that Biden wins Arizona? I mean, if they stop counting right now, Biden will win. Yeah, I would have rather it been Kamala Harris on the top of the ticket than Biden anyway. I've never been
I'm
a
with
fan
you,
of Biden.
Davis Kilpatrick.
I don't like Biden. I don't understand. I don't understand why Trump and all his puppets are demanding that they stop counting votes in Pennsylvania. I mean, you've got Trump supporters outside the election office in Philadelphia chanting, "Stop the vote, stop the vote." And then you've got Trump supporters outside the election office in Arizona yelling, "Count the votes, count the votes." I mean, the hypocrisy couldn't be any more clear and blatant. Stop counting in states where I'm winning. Keep counting in states where I'm losing. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And again, they are still counting votes in every state. There's not a single state that has counted every vote. It just doesn't matter in the other states because it's not close enough to make a difference. They're still counting in Florida, but it doesn't matter. Trump's going to win Florida even if every vote they have left to count is for Biden. Trump would still win, so it doesn't matter. But there's not a single state where they've counted all the votes. The Hype and Hate video comes out every Friday, Marcus. It'll be out this evening. I mean, Biden's going to win. It's just Biden's winning in Pennsylvania now. They just updated it.
How did Vandy Dandy see this coming?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of people that wanted Biden to win, but I don't know very many people who actually thought he was gonna. I didn't. Me and Pete talked about it on almost every gambling show we did because you could bet on it on Bet Now, and Trump was an underdog on Bet Now, so you could have made good money by betting on Trump. And I didn't bet on the election, but neither one of us did. But every time we looked it up and checked the odds, we both said the same thing. We thought Trump was going to win.
So people that bet on Bet Now, let's say the people that bet on Biden, have they already been paid?
No. I mean, he hasn't officially won.
I know. That's why I wondered why people would. I don't know.
I mean, it's like if Alabama is beating somebody 100-0 in the third quarter, you go, well, technically the game's not over.
Yeah.
Bet Now's never paid out a dime in the third quarter of a game. So they're going to wait until all the states certify these votes. It'll be sometime in December.
I'm very lucky that I didn't have Vandy Dandy's initial bet proposal to everybody, because I was that confident that Trump would win. I don't know why I was confident either one of them would win or lose, because I just don't pay that much attention, if any attention, to it. I just was like everybody else and just kind of assumed that he was probably going to win in a runaway. Of course, 4 years ago should have been my indicator that probably wasn't going to happen.
People like Lou, which he is a Democrat, are too stupid, and he spelled "too" wrong, to realize the Democratic Party is not what it was 15 years ago. It's changed. It has, yeah, things do change over time. That's kind of the basic philosophy of liberalism. Is that things move forward, sir. What hasn't changed is how you spell the word "to." That hasn't
That
changed.
might be one of the most often misspelled words.
Darian Ford, thank you for the super chat. He says, "Trump, your season is over." Video, please. Those come out every Sunday morning, and I don't decide who's going on those until Sunday morning when I sit down. Yeah, he spelled
Sit
"your"
down and
wrong too.
Get
What is it?
together with your crack staff.
Yeah, exactly.
Trump's played a lot of people.
See, when somebody is so simple and basic that the only thing they need to know about any political candidate is the letter that comes after their name, they don't have the mental ability to understand how someone else doesn't have to do that. So I don't like Trump. That's literally all this guy knows. But so therefore I'm a Democrat. Because to him, if you don't vote for Trump, that means you're a Democrat. Because that's how his mind operates. It's the only way his mind can operate. It's on the most simple and basic form. You know, Republican good, Democrat bad. That's the extent of his ability. Liberal Lou, the spell checker of YouTube. Sir, YouTube is one word, not two. Lou obviously voted for Kanye. I don't even like Kanye's music, so he didn't even have that to swing me to his side.
If Mike Vick had been on the ballot, would you have voted for him?
Which one?
The only one that counts.
No.
You wouldn't have voted for Mike Vick. The Vic tube.
Jamie Garrison says, "I voted for Turd Sandwich." Yeah, I know, but Trump lost, sir.
My grandmother.
You're a Democrat because you voted Democrat. So when I voted for a Republican in the 2016 election, was I a Republican? Asking for a friend. Army Dog, thank you for the super chat. He says, "Love the show, Lou. Been watching for years. Hands down my favorite YouTuber. Go Dogs." Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Wonder if Army Dog's a little biased.
Yeah, probably very pro-military.
I bet you he likes Cade Ballard.
Yeah, no doubt.
What do you think about Cade Ballard, Army Dog? Better saddle him up. You're going to be riding him for 4 years.
This is like there's people on Facebook who their proof that the election was rigged and stolen is that there's not the same amount of votes for Trump in a particular state that there was for the Republican Senate candidate in that state. That's their proof. See, that's what I mean. They can't comprehend that there could be someone who would vote for a Republican senator or representative, but then not vote for Trump. Their mind can't understand that. So they see a state where Trump has 4 million votes, but the Republican candidate for Senate has 4.5 million, and they go, see, they stole 500,000 votes from Trump. Because their feeble mind can't understand that there might be people out there who don't just vote straight Republican or straight Democrat. There's a lot of people.
That's an old people tactic.
There's a lot of people who, whoever they vote, whatever party they vote for president, they vote the opposite on every other election. Because there are some people who like split power. There are some people who think it's a bad idea for Republicans to control the Senate, the House, and the presidency. There's people who think it's a bad idea for a Democrat to control the Senate, the House, and the presidency. I mean, but again, the people that think this are these are the Velcro shoes people. You know what I mean? Like this guy, what's his name? I don't see his name in there now. But this guy whose mind appears to be blown by Uncle Lou's voting habits.
What's wrong with Velcro shoes?
Nothing wrong with them. It's the people that wear them that have the issue, generally speaking.
This man talking shit about Velcro shoe people now.
People are saying Biden is making the vaccine mandatory. And if you don't get it, you go to jail. Yeah, they believe that, but they have no problem with the fact that for the last 8 months, Trump has been saying that we're going to develop this vaccine the quickest in history and the military is going to be the ones that distribute it. They have no issue with that. But they believe a fake meme they saw on Facebook that says Biden's throwing you in jail. Yeah, Biden's going to throw you in jail if you don't take the vaccine, just like Trump is throwing Hillary in jail the day he's elected. No, Joseph, they can't. That's why they wear Velcro shoes. What happens when the Democrats take your guns away? Yeah, that's right, Michigan Corn. Joe Biden's coming to your house the day after he gets elected and he's taking your gun. The NRA said so. You better send the NRA money so that they can fight for your right to keep your gun. Y'all have been falling for that trick for 100 years too.
I guess the person that asked at the top of the show if talking about politics today was okay, that question's been answered.
Yeah.
And everybody's following the rules too.
Slim wants to know if he's now a Democrat since he voted for Obama in his first term. Yes, according to the simple-minded, sir, you are a Democrat.
If anybody wants to discuss this face-to-face with Uncle Lou, he will be at the Tennessee Tap House next Saturday.
Yes. Yes.
Peters Road, Knoxville, Tennessee.
Bring your bib so you don't drool all over yourself. Get ready for another war. That's the other thing. These people who are constantly talking about the next civil war that's coming soon, these type of people would be the first ones hiding in their bathtub underneath a security blanket if anything ever actually happened, which it's not. The people who talk about civil war all the time on Facebook and how it's coming soon are the same type of people who get in my YouTube comment section and tell me they're coming to my house to beat my ass. Same type of people, and the outcome is the same. It's not happening.
So you're telling me that not one person yet has showed up at your house?
Not to whip my ass, no. And I give them all my address, too, every time they ask.
Well, you'd think the least they could do if they're not going to come whoop your ass is send you a mini helmet.
Right? I know. Sergeant AR10, thank you for the super chat. Sir, he says the mailman doesn't throw a touchdown tomorrow and the Dogs still win. That's probably more likely because the best case for us to win might be that he doesn't throw the ball at all. I liked, Jerome says that's all I hear too. Biden's going to make gas be $10 a gallon. That's like the commercials that were running on TV over the last couple of months. If you elect Joe Biden, this is what will happen. And it was showing all these images and video of riots and all this kind of stuff. If you elect Joe Biden, this is what will happen. Well, Trump's president now, and that's what is happening. Like, you know, you're showing us, you're telling us this is what will happen, but it's what actually already is happening. It was, I don't know, it was weird. And the same thing they're doing now with the lockdown. Oh, if you elect Biden, a lockdown's coming. What, like the lockdown we had for 6 months under Trump?
What they meant to say is it's coming back.
Pinecone with another unlegible, unreadable super chat. Backer election, Miami wins Tennessee. Nice try. Pinecone was live streaming yesterday, BVD, and I was scrolling through YouTube and I happened to see it, so I clicked on it. Guess what 2 things he was talking about?
Miami being more back than Tennessee.
Nope.
No, I give up then.
He was crying about Georgia and Oregon.
What you got against Georgia and Oregon?
Pinecone, what was that about yesterday? Every time I click on a Miami fans channel, they're talking about Georgia. Now y'all adding Oregon to the list too?
Oh, I thought you said George in Oregon. George in Oregon may be one of the happiest damn people on earth now.
About that drug rule or whatever?
Yeah. They haven't counted his vote yet, Jerry.
I'll be there from noon to 7, Pepper.
Oh, somebody coming to see you?
I sure hope so.
Come on down, Pepper.
Are you ever worried about the University of Georgia boosters coming to your house? Most of them are Republican and might not like the things you say. What makes you think most of the Georgia boosters are Republican? I'm looking at a presidential election here in the state of Georgia that's that Biden is winning. So, and even if they are, no. Listen, I'm not worried about anyone coming here. I'm not. I'm not worried about it at all. First of all, 99.9999999% of the people who say they are coming here have no intention on coming here and would never come here, ever. They're just pussies. That's just the reality. They type all this shit on the internet about all this shit they're going to do, and they don't mean any of it. The other thing, other reason why I'm not worried is because I have a wife and 2 kids here. If someone shows up here, it's a one-way trip for them. I mean, it's fun to, whatever. It's fun to make jokes and all that about it. I get that. I probably do it a little more than I should. I probably should just ignore the people that say that. But if somebody shows up here, they're not leaving. They're not leaving alive. Period. They're not. It's not happening. Somebody comes here, they're gonna find what they're looking for.
So what you're saying is they're coming with less holes than they're leaving with, or
Yeah.
they're leaving with more holes than they came with.
Right. I mean, if anybody is stupid enough to get on Facebook or YouTube or anywhere else and type a bunch of shit that they're coming to my house to beat my ass and blah, 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 and then actually show up, that investigation will last about 30 seconds as far as the police go. Yeah, guy told me he was coming to whoop my ass. He showed up, so I shot him in the fucking head. Now, I don't go around telling people I'm going to whip their ass or I'm going to do this or I don't do that. And most people who actually will do something don't do that. You know, all these people that want to fight me 6 months from now, you're not a fucking prize fighter. This shit ain't scheduled in advance. You get pissed off, you whip somebody's ass. How many of y'all ever been in a bar fight? Did you tell them to meet you there next Saturday? No. You either whipped their ass right then or you got your ass whipped right then, period. All this I'm coming to whoop your ass in a month is fucking horse shit. And that goes for here, Walgreens. If I ever see you at a Georgia game, motherfucker, I'll walk around the goddamn Georgia games with an Uncle Lou hat on and a megaphone, and you're nowhere to be found. Hurricane T2Y to Pinecone, thank you for the super chat. He says, Georgia not winning tomorrow. AR-10, cut it out. They could win. They could lose. It's going to be a good game, I think.
Pinecone, are you the least bit concerned about tonight?
He's never concerned. He wasn't concerned about the Clemson game. He's like the opposite of Slim. Slim Shady could be playing whoever the worst team in y'all's high school region is, BVD. Miami could, and Slim would be like, man, I don't know.
Slim's the Lou Holtz of the Miami fan.
Right? And Pinecone's the opposite. He's never worried.
Actually, I wish I could take Pinecone's approach. I wish I was never worried about a Tennessee football game. I'd probably live a lot longer.
Now, I think you know this, Corey. The guy who said, meet me at Kroger Field, he didn't want to fight me. He's a good guy. That was a football. He was talking about the team. That's what he meant. He didn't. He's a good guy. He didn't want to fight me. I think you know that. I think you're just saying that.
Hey, Lou.
Yeah.
Meet me at the Tap House next Saturday.
I'll be there, bitch.
All right.
Stetson
We'll
Bennett
see.
says Lou only worries about the pizza man coming. I don't worry about the pizza man. I put a gun to the pizza man's head. That's how worried I was about him.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wonder if
It was
he
a
shit
pizza
his
lady,
pants.
actually. But she had a hat on. I couldn't tell.
I don't know what to think about that. Did she tip you?
No. No. You remember in Home
you-
Alone where the pizza man delivers the pizza?
Yeah.
And
Keep the
he-
chain.
Yeah, and he
keep
plays
the
that.
animal.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
how that lady got out of here.
Poor lady. Probably scarred her for life. Bet she don't deliver pizza anymore.
I'd like to go to Buffalo, Ryan, or just northern New York in general. I'd love to. Never been up that way.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, I'd love to get up there. Bad Dog lives up that way too.
Hmm.
And if you want to see Bad Dog, you have to go there. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he ain't coming to see you.
That guy won't even come to New York City to see me when I'm up there. Bad Dog.
That's bad dog.
He's
Shame
doing.
on you,
He
Bad
might
Dog.
be the only person that's busier and more important than me.
Yeah, because he's got one of them what they call real jobs too.
Yeah. If you want to fight Lou, go change your tampon first. I'm not fighting anybody. Period. It's not going to happen. I'm a grown man. I'm married. I've got kids. I don't understand. And the sad part is some of these people who say they want to fight me are in the same boat. What are you doing? What are you doing with your life where you're on the internet, grown, married, kids, family, job, and you're on the internet talking about you want to fight another grown man because he pissed you off on the internet? What are you doing? Fireball
Anybody
says,
ever-
"I'd like to see Biden and Trump fight it out." That would be interesting. I'd pay that. I'd pay for that on pay-per-view.
Who you got?
I'd probably take Trump in a fight. I mean, it wouldn't be. It would be nothing on both sides, but I would probably take Trump in a fight, I guess. It would be a TKO though. It wouldn't be a knockout. It would, it would be a pillow fight. Did you not saw my comments? I saw that one. I don't see every comment that goes by. Buffalo, Missouri is nice too. I didn't even know there was a Buffalo, Missouri. I've never been to Missouri either, though. Whoever's hip gives out first. Trump's obese. He would have to end the fight quick.
Trump would just buy his way out of it, though. The fight would never get there. He'd sue his way out of it.
Trump had a press conference yesterday where he came out and cried for 7 minutes about cheating and stealing, and then cried some more. And then I forget which news channel it was. After the press conference ended, they went back to whoever the news guy was, and the first thing he said, he was like, "That might be the saddest thing I've ever seen." He said, "That looked like an obese turtle that someone had turned upside down on its shell, and his legs were flailing around."
Damn.
I fell off the damn
Harsh.
couch. I wish I could remember who said that. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Man, that's a good question. Xander said it was
Might
Anderson Cooper. Might have been.
Might find Waldo there. Anybody ever find him?
Yeah, Melissa, let's not go there. Luke Walker says this is fraudulent. Yep, you're in denial, sir. You'll move on to the anger phase soon. There's plenty of people in here who are already on to the anger phase, which is good. You have to progress through all these phases. You'll wind up at acceptance, though, eventually.
If you complete the steps.
Sergeant AR-10 says the candy cane season ends tonight. It's a dangerous game for Miami. Miami's clearly a better team than NC State, but a lot of weird things happen in these Friday night games where the ranked team has to go on the road. You see a lot of weird things. From a betting perspective, I'm gonna bet NC State in the points tonight. Now, Miami might cover, but
How many points are they getting?
Let me check. Miami might cover, but if you stick to this rule over the course of a season on these Friday night games, a ranked team on the road, bet against them. You will win more money than you will lose over the course of a season. Miami's a 10-point favorite, so I'm going to take NC State in the points. In fact, I think I'll do it right now so I don't forget. There we go.
Put me a crisp, shiny, brand new $1 bill on Miami to cover.
Miami to cover. All right, hold on. All right, you win 91 cents if you
Sweet.
cover. Oh, well,
Use
it's going to have to
91
be a little
cents.
more than that. It's going to have to be $1.10. There you
Stop
go.
me 10 cents.
I got you $1.10 on Miami to cover.
Okay.
There you go.
If I bet
Ticket
NC
saved.
State on the money line, how much would I win?
If you bet NC State on the money line, you'll win
$1.30.
almost
$1.30.
almost 3 times your money.
Okay.
You would win $2.90. Right. Let's see. I think $2.90. Yeah, you'd win $2.90. But we got you down $1 BVD.
All right. All right.
All right. Meet me at Walgreens. All right. Smokey Ramirez just made the smartest comment of the day. Thank you, Smokey. Do y'all know any NC State fans? I don't want to say there's never been any NC State fans on this channel, but I can't recall any off the top of my head. There's some North Carolina fans, but of course we played North Carolina in 2016, so I made some North Carolina videos, and that, you know, some of those, that's how some of those people found the channel. We've never played NC State, at least not since I've been doing YouTube, so not that I can recall off the top of my head any NC State fans. The other thing you have to remember, too, is there's almost 40,000 people subscribed to my main channel. I don't know how many of those people leave a not how many, there's 130 of you in here right now. How many of you are commenting? 20, 25? So there may be some NC State fans. Not everybody comments in a YouTube comment section or in a live stream or whatever, so there would be no way for me to know, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. Is Kirby Smart only starting Bennett and Jake Fromm wanted to piss you off? You know what? Maybe.
Whether he knows it or not. Right?
Yeah, maybe. You might be onto something there. You might be onto something there. If anybody wants my address now, if anybody's serious about coming here, go to Indy Sean 45's channel. Watch his election live stream or whatever it was. He has my address up on the screen pretty much the entire video. And it's the right address, in case you're wondering. That's what other thing people will tell me when they get mad. I'll come to your house, beat your ass. Give me your address. I send them the address. That ain't your real address. Okay. Whose channel was it the other night? Somebody made an account, and the name of their account was my address. My street, the number in the street, 1120 Maple Ridge Court. I can't remember whose channel that was.
I think it was either mine or Carter's.
Yeah. I left a comment right under his comment that said Evans,
So
Georgia,
you left the zip
30809.
code, Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. If you can't, it's 2020. If you can't find somebody's address, there's something wrong with you. So, oh, Lou, such and such gave your address. Like, I forget. I think it was Chess Hall, actually. I woke up Wednesday morning. Tuesday night was the election. I was live streaming for like 3 hours. I wasn't watching ND Sean 45. I didn't even know he was streaming. I wake up Wednesday morning and I've got like text messages from Chess and like 3 other people. I don't know if you know about this, Lou, but you might click on this video and go to this time thing or whatever. And it was ND Sean's live stream from the same time I was live streaming. And it's StreamYard. You know how you can do the banners or whatever? His banner was my address.
Well, I actually popped in there, and as you know, I like Sean. Sean's a buddy of mine. I didn't have the heart to tell him, because that was his big punishment or whatever.
Yeah, that was his thing.
That was his.
You need to think about your family, Lou. Wait till you see
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do, and then he posted my address.
Yeah, I didn't have the heart to.
So what are you gonna do?
I don't know. Shop at CVS, I guess.
I guess can't go to Walgreens. Pepper
like 'em
says, "Can we
both.
talk about something other than you hiding behind a gun? Talk about anything you want, Pepper. You don't have a gun at your house, sir? What an idiot you are."
I got I probably ought to check and see if this is considered a firearm. I got one of them pump BB guns.
I'm assuming if Tennessee has such an ass backward law that prevents you from voting, I'm assuming they also have the backwards law that prevents you from owning a firearm, which is ridiculous.
They do, yeah. That's why I said I might need to check and see if that's considered a firearm.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I ain't putting any holes in anybody with that thing, but by God, I can put a dent or 2 in them. I can shoot their eye out. Pretty deadly with that thing too.
I mean, I have guns and I don't hunt. So there's really only one other reason to have one. And I don't understand why anybody has a gun if it's not to protect themselves, their family, and their property. So you can call it hiding behind a gun if you want to. If you have a gun and you're not willing to use it if somebody shows up at your house, then you're a fucking pussy. Go Vols or whatever your name is. You probably don't have a. This guy probably doesn't even know how to. This guy probably can't even load a gun. What's his name? Oh, Pepper. Yeah, Pepper probably can't even load a gun.
I'd like to own one. I mean, I'm not like some big gun guy, you know. I don't have a huge interest in guns per se, but for the very reason you're talking about.
Slim says you can still own a rifle or a shotgun. Shotguns are great for home defense. Shotguns are probably the best weapon you can possibly have for home defense. If someone breaks into your house, pumping a shotgun's probably enough to get them out the door.
Yeah.
If I was breaking in somewhere and I heard that, I would be gone quick, fast,
Yeah,
and in a
because
hurry.
you don't have to have good aim with one of them things.
You can fill them up with
You
a bunch
just
of
shoot
holes
in
at
the
one time.
vicinity.
Yeah. I mean, you'll be patching a lot of drywall, but I got a guy for that, don't I?
Mhm. You do. Who installed your air conditioner?
Me.
I thought maybe you did.
What does that mean?
Nothing. I was
You
just
got
asking.
something to say about my HVAC work?
No. I was just curious who hung the damn thing. That's
Oh.
all.
Yeah, I did.
Damn, getting defensive.
Yeah, I'm getting defensive. That air
That got
conditioner,
him
that air
mad.
conditioner is amazing. Best money I've ever spent.
Looked a little crooked. I'm just saying. Could have been my vision.
The drywall is crooked.
Oh, okay.
Come on, buddy.
I should have known better.
It is a little crooked, the air conditioner.
It don't affect the air coming out of it, though, does it?
No. It's not centered on the wall either, which pisses me off, but it had to go where it goes for other reasons.
Yeah.
Uncle
And
Lou
this
looks
winter,
like a member of Antifa. I don't even know what a member of Antifa would look like. Are most Antifa members 42 years old and skinny? I don't understand.
receding hairline, I guess.
Are most Antifa members balding? I don't really understand what that means.
You've seen, I know you've seen the apps because you've probably seen Carter do it. Carter likes to do those filters where it makes people fat, skinny,
Oh, yeah.
bearded.
The one he did where he turned everybody into a woman was gold.
The one where he did one night where he turned everybody fat, and he did one of you, and it's great. Did I send it to you?
I don't remember.
I don't think I did. I need to send that to you. It's funny as hell. I don't think they've come up with one yet that gives you, well, yeah, they have one that gives you teeth. Doesn't work though.
Lou won't know what to do when he can't say Mullen hasn't won a division. Well, I'll just say he hasn't won a conference. I'll move on to that then.
Yeah, there's steps to that.
Yeah. Ha ha ha.
As long as he
Dan
never
Mullen.
wins a natty, you'll have something.
Dan Mullen been a coach 13 years, can't win a conference. There's always something Uncle Lou can say. I trash talk if I can trash talk Alabama, believe me, there's nothing Florida can do to prevent me from trash talking. Biden's winning Pennsylvania now. Most recent update. He's winning by almost 100,000 votes. Turn out the lights. The party's over. Reality will begin to set in for the Trumpanzees. This isn't an airport, William. You don't have to announce your departure. This channel isn't for people who get offended by views that don't align with their own. So, probably a good idea. Unsubscribe from the main channel, too. Uncle Lou didn't vote for Trump? I'm not watching his football videos. Oh, man. William Ray, I'll probably just have to shut the channel down since you're unsubscribing. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Pepper says, was you born and raised in California? Was you born and raised in California, Lou? Was you? Was you, Lou? I've never even seen that guy comment before. So he said he's been here for years, and his first comment after years was to tell me that he's unsubscribing because I hurt his feelings. Which I don't know how I don't know what hurt his feelings. I guess maybe because Trump lost. I don't know. I didn't beat Trump, sir. Yeah, Georgia and Pennsylvania. Biden's leading Georgia and Pennsylvania now. It's all over. I hurt your feelings with the Kentucky hype and hate. Yeah, that's going to be funny too, Jared, when Biden gets the same or more electoral votes than Trump did, because Trump claims that 2016 was the biggest win in presidential history. So now he's going to suffer the biggest loss in presidential history, according to which, of course, it's not. It wasn't the biggest win in presidential history, but I guess he will think this is the biggest loss. I guess, I don't know. Everything is the biggest or the best with Trump, though. Everything's the greatest ever or the worst ever. There's no in between. Yeah, Biden has the most votes in history only because this was the largest turnout ever. I don't think like Biden is the most popular candidate. Like, that's not why he got the most amount of votes. I don't think. George, I sure hope so, man. I'm worried about. I mean, I worry about every game, but I was telling people last night on the call-in show, Georgia's not going to beat Florida every single year. It's just, it's not going to happen. If you ask any Georgia fan, would you be happy beating Florida 3 out of every 4 years? Every Georgia fan would say, yes, I'll take that. And we've beat them 3 years in a row. That's not going to last forever. I'd love to go on a streak like they did against us, winning 13 or 14 in a row or whatever it was, and who knows, maybe that'll happen. But we're not going to beat Florida every single year. We're not going to win the East every single year. We're not going to win the SEC every single year. That's just not going to happen. I mean, I hope we beat Florida. Florida's got a good team. Got a lot of guys out on defense. Our offense is pathetic. Quarterback's dumb, and Kirby Smart doesn't know what he's doing. But I mean, Georgia's got a great chance to win the game. Stetson Bennett can't turn the ball over, and we got to be able to run the ball. But, we're not going to beat. People were asking me last night, do you think Kirby should be on the hot seat if he loses to Florida? I mean, that's just insane. The guy's won the Division 3 years in a row, an SEC title in the last 3 years, a playoff win in the last 3 years, played for a national title, and he's beat Florida 3 in a row. He's not going to be on the hot seat the first year those things don't happen. And he shouldn't be. I mean, Alabama wants to beat Auburn every year, but they don't. I mean, So I don't know if Florida will beat us this year or next year or the year after or whatever, but there will come a time where Florida will beat Georgia. I'm sure of it. And it might be tomorrow. Yeah, Dalton, I said that the other day. If Georgia doesn't make the playoffs, I would love to get matched up in a bowl game with somebody like Miami or some team like that we don't play often or ever or whatever. I mean, Miami would be a good one. There's a lot of Miami fans on YouTube, not just on this channel, but all over YouTube. That would be a fun couple of weeks leading up to that game. Lou streaming tomorrow. Patreon stream around 7 tomorrow. Yeah, only one game stream tomorrow. I have some things to do during the day. My dad's out of town, and I got to go to his house and take care of his dogs a couple of times. And so anyway, only one game stream tomorrow, and it's going to be on the Patreon page at 7 o'clock. What would you do if Bennett fumbles by trying to hand the ball off? I'm going to be pissed. Every turnover pisses me off, regardless of how it happens. Yeah, George. The offense needs to join modern day, for sure. Yeah, next Saturday, Tap House, noon to 7. Those are approximate hours. It's a 5-hour drive for me, so I can't promise you I'll get there. I'm planning on trying to be there by 11 before the game start at noon, but I'll be there from about 12 to 7. Damn, Marcus. Yeah, the offense is I mean, it's embarrassing. I mean, you know, there's I don't know what else I can say about the offense that I haven't been saying for the last 3 years. It is bad. Dalton, that's a popular theory, and one that I think might have some validity to it. I'm scared to go too, Melissa, but I'm going to go anyway. I don't like leaving the house. I just soon stay at. If I had my way, I'd stay home. I would never leave. You're watching my real life job, Davis. You're watching it right now. That can't be true, BVD. It's a restaurant. How you eat with a mask on? In my fake life job, I'm a walk-on QB for Georgia. Yeah, Davis. You poke a hole in your mask to eat. What's your height? 4'11". No, I'm like 5'10". That's the only downside. I'm a little bit too tall to play QB at Georgia. What's your government job? This one, believe me. Believe me. The tax is real. I don't mind wearing a mask, PVD. I keep one in the car. Bet on what, Ken? No, Tap House is in Knoxville, Tennessee. The Tennessee Tap House, it's called. It's near, I don't know if it's on the campus. I've never been there. I don't know if it's on the Tennessee campus or what, or near there or what, but it's in Knoxville. Nowhere near campus, BVD says. It's a restaurant. English only in the chat. I have no idea, Rack Dog. I've never been to either one. Well, come hang out with us, Jerome Pruitt. Come to the Tap House. Hang out with me, Jerome. Will you get harassed for wearing Gators gear? I doubt it. I don't think South Carolina's chances are very good against A&M. South Carolina's never beat A&M. Since they play every year since A&M joined the SEC, South Carolina's never beat them. Hard to believe this would be the year that they do. Kellen Mond would have to have one of his weird games where he doesn't show up. Are you going to wear UGA gear? I haven't thought about what I'm going to wear to the Tap House. I don't usually put, I'm probably, Georgia's got a game that day. I probably will wear, but I haven't thought about my outfit yet for that day. Maybe I'll dress up as General Voltard and hang out at the Tap House all day so I'll fit in better. In fact, that might be the move. Just dress up as General Voltard. Yeah, I went to a Georgia game dressed as General Voltard. Do you guys remember that? It was the spring game, not an actual game. I went to the spring game. I don't know, was it 3 years ago? Dressed as General Voltard. There's a video. Oh, I'll bet whatever you want, Ken. I'll bet whatever you want. You just pick the amount. We'll both PayPal it to BVD. BVD will hold the money, and whoever gets, whenever it's official or whatever, BVD will pay the winner. Yeah, those were good videos, Davis. Next weekend, not this weekend. Next weekend. 8 days from today. Let me know how much you want to bet, Ken. What do you want to bet? 100? What? 200? Name the amount. Don't disappear, Ken. This was your idea to make the bet. This was your idea. Don't disappear when someone takes you up on it. Veggie, thank you for the super chat. He says, I'm a lowly Colorado Buffaloes fan, and I dig your stuff, and I think Florida's kind of overrated. Would not be surprised at all if Georgia gets the W. Have a lovely day from here in Denver. Thank you, Veggie. Appreciate that. Yeah, Colorado's been bad lately. No way around it. I didn't know we had a Colorado fan, though. I'm not sure if you're new to the channel or been here for a while, but I appreciate the super chat. Glad you enjoy the shows. And I don't know if Florida's overrated or not, but Georgia's got a good chance to win. I mean, you got to remember, each of the last 2 seasons, Georgia has had a bad offense with a game-managing quarterback who can't win games for you. And that's what we have this year. So I don't think just, a lot of, Stetson Bennett this, Stetson Bennett that, and I don't like Stetson Bennett either. And I do think Stetson Bennett can cost us some games somewhere. I don't know that it'll be the Florida game. We'll see. Fromm had some of the best games he ever had against Florida for whatever reason. I don't know. So Georgia, I think Georgia, both teams have a chance to win this game. I think it's going to be a good game. A really good game. Pinecone, thank you, sir. He says, I forgot to wear my mask. Sums up my 2020. Miami beating UGA in a bowl game would be very satisfying. Maybe the Oregon will respect us then. You couldn't score a point on Louisiana Tech. I promise you don't want the Georgia problems. Georgia would beat the soul out of Miami. Man, Ken, you sure do look bad, buddy. I don't understand why you show up, make a comment about wanting to bet on something, thinking I won't take you up on it, and then I do, you disappear. I mean, what's the problem, Ken? You made 2 or 3 comments about wanting to bet that Trump wins. I take you up on it, and now you disappear. What's going on? What's the deal? You said you wanted to bet. I said, okay, I will bet. Name the amount. And then you've disappeared now. Don't be that guy. That's a bad look. If 100 or 200 is too much, then we'll bet 50. I'm not betting any less than 50. I mean, don't show up in a comment section wanting to make bets and then try to tell me you want to bet 20. If you don't have money to bet, don't show up in a comment section trying to make bets. $50 is the least I'll do to make it worth my time to even send BVD the money. He wants to bet that Trump wins the election, Vandy. Well, turns out I guess he doesn't really want to bet it. He just wanted to type that he wants to bet it. As soon as you know how it is. As soon as you take them up on the bet, they disappear. I mean, he literally said, Trump's going to win. How much do you want to bet? I said, name the amount, and the guy's disappeared. So I don't know. Oh, Davis, that's a tall task in any given year. To beat all 3 of those teams in the same year is a tall task. BCC, what's up, buddy? It's going to be a good game tonight. Miami got to be careful. They're a better team, but these Friday night road games can be dangerous. So I'm going to be watching that one tonight. Can we bet on the real height of Stetson Bennett? I'm on 5'9". Yeah, that's tonight, too. BYU and Boise State's tonight, too, and that's going to be a good game, too. Stop it, Vandy. Stop it. You're not betting Vandy plus 750. Miami game is at what time? Is Miami game at 7, isn't it? Hold on, I'll tell you. 7:30 ESPN, and then Boise State and BYU 9:45 on FS1. That would be nice, Marcus. Yeah, Cal Washington canceled. I heard that yesterday. Sucks, but not surprising. I mean, nothing about that particular game that's not surprising, but just that, it's not surprising anymore that a game gets canceled. And Cal is ate up pretty bad. The Pac-12 actually forced them to cancel that game because Cal is underneath the minimum available player limit for the game. Okay, G-Pick. Well, I sure do appreciate Biden letting the rest of the teams play. Fox News reported it. A lot of the Trumpers are mad at Fox News right now. COVID. Canceled due to COVID. Every conference has had games canceled or postponed. That would be nice, George, if we could shut Brenton Cox down. He hasn't been great anyway for Florida. He's been okay, but he hasn't been great. I think even the Florida fans will admit Brenton Cox really hasn't been anything special for Florida. What do the Florida fans think about? That's a good question. What do the Florida fans think about Brenton Cox? Those of you that are still in here. What do you think about him compared to what your expectations were? Who has COVID even played? Well, COVID played the flu, and right now COVID is beating the flu by about 200,000 deaths this year. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Matt. I haven't had any family members pass away, thank God, but had a friend of mine's wife passed away from it. She was a nurse here in town, 42 years old, and she caught it from work and passed away. I watched some college basketball. I'm not into it nearly like I am football, but I do watch some college basketball. College basketball is probably the sport I watch the second most after college football. Well, maybe the NFL is second most. College basketball tournaments in March. All right, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. It's 10:30. Top 10 video will be coming out around lunchtime today. I'm almost done with it. A preview and prediction video will be coming out today, and the hype and hate video will be coming out today. So you guys can look forward to that over on the main channel. Appreciate all of you tuning in. Don't forget to keep William Ray, or whatever his name was, in your thoughts and prayers. His feelings got destroyed this morning, and he had to unsubscribe and quit watching. So think about him in your thoughts and prayers today. Hope y'all enjoy your Friday. I'll be on tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for the College Game Day show. And again, I'll have those 2 or 3 videos uploaded on the main channel today, including the hype and hate video, which will probably come out this evening, 6, 7 o'clock, somewhere around there, because I got the top 10 video to finish and a preview video to finish, and then the hype and hate video will come out after that, so probably 6 or 7 on the hype and hate video. Lunchtime for the top 10 video, and a preview video will come out in between. Appreciate all of you tuning in. Looking forward to doing the morning show again next week. Hope y'all have a good weekend. Hope all your teams win, unless you're a Florida fan. Unfortunately, I've got to root against you this weekend. Everyone else, I hope your team wins. Love you guys, and I'll see you again real soon.